So we're going to do a marathon session, which will be Yasso session down the battery park. Hopefully it goes well. So effectively what that session is 10 times 800 meters, and the time that you do the time in minutes and seconds that you do the reps in is the time that you get predicted for your marathon pace. So hopefully I'm going for around 3:10 to 3:15, so hopefully that's what it should take for the reps, but we will see. So that should be around 4:10 to 4:15 pace, I believe. But after the weekend we've had, we're probably just going to see how it goes, because it could be pretty tough. I'd given absolute best intentions to record all the things while I was doing these videos. However, the wind, as you can see it blowing in the video, was just absolutely too brutal, so just decided to do a voiceover instead. So today, as I'd mentioned, was a Yasso 800s type session, although it was slightly different to the typical Yasso session, and I'll explain why in a second. So the typical Yasso session normally has the exact same amount of time recovery as you did for the workout. For example, here I was trying to do a 3-minute 15 800 meter to equivalent for my 3:15 marathon. However, my coach had set me 2 minutes recovery instead. Therefore, it was slightly different. Yasso 800s are a classic workout made famous by a guy called Bart Yasso, who was a race director at Runner's World. So the concept is fairly simple. So you try to run your 800-meter target marathon time in minutes and seconds and jog an equal amount of recovery. So therefore, if you're aiming for a 3-hour marathon, that's 3 minutes per rep with 3 minutes jog recovery in between. He started doing this back in the 80s, just more as a sort of fitness test rather than a formal session. The pace that he could hold for the 10 800s was usually aligned with his final marathon time. People normally like these because they're measurable, they're tough, they give you a confidence check, and basically it will tell you whether you're there or thereabouts for your session. Now, it absolutely will not be perfect, and I'll tell you that why that is in a second, but it's great for testing and sharpening. Obviously, if you do the same sets over a couple of months and see improvement, you know your fitness has improved. So one of the reasons I say that it might not be perfect for everyone is some people might be a better runner at running short, sharp intervals rather than longer type marathon sessions. Obviously, an 800-meter runner could absolutely smoke this, but that doesn't mean that they necessarily would get that time in the marathon if they went to do it. So for me personally, I've done this before and managed to hit all reps under 3 minutes. Now, does that mean that I'm able to hit under a 3-hour marathon? No, absolutely not. Because when I did go to do the same marathon in the same block, I ended up coming out with a 3:17. So I was around 17 minutes off. However, I had seen my Yasso time improve over the block, meaning that when I did go to do the actual marathon itself, I knew I was in a lot better place.
That's what we're at. Open. Or boy, we need to hit. Slow swim. Feeling good. Marathon training. Hard one, this last one.
So that's number 10 done. The session was fully completed with all my reps in around where I wanted to be. Obviously, the audio of this has just completely not worked out, so I'm just doing a lovely voiceover for you.
after my warm up and I did 4 strides, I went straight into the reps and managed to do 3 minutes 18, 3 minutes 14, 3 minutes 17, 3 minutes 11, 3 minutes 12, 3 minutes 12, 11, 3 minutes 18, 3 minutes 14, and 3 minutes 13 for the last, all ranging between 3:59 per kilometer to around 4:08 per kilometer. Now, I think that means that my fitness is around where I wanted it to be. My coach had set this to be between 4 minutes 15 and 4 minutes 20 per kilometer pace. And obviously, I was a bit sharper than that. I'm not sure. Maybe he expected it to be a bit worse. I have been carrying an ankle injury, and I have just been doing sort of 4 days partying in Spain. So that's obviously not been great for a marathon, but I'm glad that I got that session done. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video.